All right. So, what is the thought that changes everything? I mean, everything. One thought. So, a few years ago, I wrote a book, and the subtitle was My Quest for the Moment When Everything Changes. At the time, it was about a search for a defining moment in your life. A moment, or in my life, a moment in which you are redefined. You have a new identity. A new direction is made clear. A path has formed, and you feel compelled to follow a new way. I think there's a correlation between my quest for the moment when everything changes and this thought that lesson 109 is focused on. And this thought that changes everything is a thought that for one moment, you are no longer struggling. For one moment, you no longer perceive that you have to strive for anything. You are no longer caught in your own identification with your roles, with the way others see you, the way you want to be seen. You no longer feel like you need to be appreciated. You no longer feel judged. You no longer feel afraid. For one moment, for one thought. And why is it just a thought? Why isn't it an experience? Why do we call it a thought? Because A Course in Miracles says that a miracle is a shift in perception, and perception lives within thoughts. So the Holy Spirit playing the mediator to allow you to shift perception from fear to love is done by a recognition and a revealing of a thought. Before it is projected out into the world or even interpreted, it's a thought that leads to a state of mind. That state of mind that we spoke of yesterday that brings peace. The thought is, I rest in God. I rest in God. It's not a thought of the future. It's a thought of the present moment. It's not, I will rest when I die. It is an eternal state that you've always had and always will have. That is the state of resting in God. I rest in God. So in this lesson, you would try to spend even 5 minutes with the experience of that thought. I rest in God. Anything that comes up that's contrary to that just brings you back to that one thought. I rest in God. You can get a huge fat bill in the mail. I rest in God. You can hear that your child has an addiction. I rest in God. Any destructive experience is transitory. It is an appearance. It is not who you are, and it is not what is truly going on at the soul level. So you can always come back to, no matter what life shows you, no matter what fears come up, no matter what shadows are revealed, I rest in God. That is the strongest statement of faith that you can possibly make. And it brings you a state of peace, and it reveals your true nature. Your true nature is that you never left heaven, and therefore you rest in God. That is lesson 109, We'll see you tomorrow for lesson 110.